Good morning, everyone. This is Sakis Paraskevov, Senior Fundamental Analyst at IronFX Global, bringing you the morning comment for the 15th of December. The Reserve Bank of Australia released the minutes of its December policy meeting, at which it kept its benchmark interest rate unchanged amid signs of improvement of business conditions and a somewhat stronger growth in employment. In the minutes of the meeting, the bank reiterated that the exchange rate was adjusting to significant declines in commodity prices and boosting demand for domestic production. This had translated to a stronger employment growth. Their upbeat view over the employment was confirmed a few days later following the meeting by the Australian Employment Report, which showed that the biggest increase in net employment during November in over 15 years and a decrease in unemployment rate. Even though the bank maintained the likelihood for further easing, the overall tone was neutral and the upbeat view over the economy supported Aussie briefly. As of today, the Swedish Central Bank holds its monetary policy meeting and expectations are for the bank to remain on hold. At its last policy meeting, the Riksbank kept its policy unchanged as was broadly expected, but expanded its bond purchases program. This was the fourth time since February that the bank expanded its QE program and maintained the likelihood for further interest rate cuts. In the statement accompanying the decision, the bank said that economic activity in Sweden is strengthening and inflation is showing a clear upward trend. On top of that, the disappointment by the ECB on the 3rd of December meant that the expected SEK appreciation against the euro did not materialize, which leaves room for the Riksbank to wait a bit more before acting again. Therefore, the bank is expected to keep its powder dry and leave its policy unchanged. As a result, the focus will shift on the statement accompanying the decision for any signs that Sweden's economy is gaining momentum. This could support the Swedish krona a bit, at least temporarily. In the UK, the CPI data for November are forecast to show that the inflation rate has escaped from negative territory and has risen to 0.1% year on year. Also, the core CPI is expected to have accelerated to 1.2% from 1.1% before. This is in line with the Bank of England's view that seen in the minutes of its latest monetary policy meeting, where officials noted that although the CPI rate was negative in October, they expect it to have been slightly positive in November. This could support the pound. From Germany, the ZUW server for December is coming out. The current situation index is expected to see a modest decline, while the expectations index is expected to rise. This could offset the decline in the current situation index and support the common currencies a bit. From the US, both the headline and core CPI rates are expected to have accelerated in November. This is the last piece of data ahead of the Fed's decision, and they are likely to enter the basket of indicators supporting for a rate hike. With just a day ahead of the crucial FOMC meeting, improvement in the CPI rate could support the greenback. The Empire State Manufacturing Index is expected to show that business conditions for New York manufacturers continue to deteriorate in December. Also, the NHB Housing Market Index for the same month is expected to have increased slightly. In Canada, manufacturing sales are expected to have fallen in October, but at a slower pace than previously. Even though this is usually not a major market mover, it could weaken the loonie further. The Bank of Canada also releases the Financial System Review, which deals with the risk related to financial stability. We have one speaker to this agenda, Bank of Governor Stephen Poloz. For more information, including technical analysis, please read the full comment on ironfx.com or download our app and get all the information you need to trade delivered directly to you. And also, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or circle us on Google Plus to get more trading ideas. This is Sakis Paraskevov, Senior Fundamental Analyst at IronFX Global, wishing you solid trading.